And welcome back to Stan Borgman Court here at Fulton High School, set to get this NUIC Southern Division matchup underway between the Fulton Steamers and the Milledgeville Missiles. This will be the first of two regular season meetings for these two schools, as Fulton shared the Southern Division crown last year with Eastland, both finishing at 10-2 in conference play, while Milledgeville finished a game back at 9-3.
Ryan, why was it so quiet?
So it will be, again, the Steamers won the freshman match 2-0 over Milledgeville. And the sophomore match also going to Fulton 2-0. So we're set for the varsity contest here tonight. Sit back and enjoy our telecast here. Glad to have you aboard wherever you're tuning in, whether you're in Milledgeville, Fulton, across the country. Glad to have you aboard for tuning in our telecast here this evening from Stan Borgman Court at Fulton High School. Officials say everyone's in place, and it will be the Steamers to serve. Avery Bush, 88% on the season with a couple aces. Nice block up front by Haley Smither for the Steamers. And that one's going to go down for the Missiles. Kendra Kingsby. And it's an early 1-0 lead, Milledgeville. Serving for the Missiles will be Lauren Miners. Third tap's over, in by Kirby Gurman, the freshman. And ties it up at 1 apiece here in the opening set. Side out for the Steamers. Jada Shaver to come in and serve, 93% on the season with 1 ace. There's the serve. Set up front for the Missiles. Nice dig by the Steamers. Gurman will bump it over. Now the Missiles, far side, Kingsby taps it over. Nice save by the Steamers. They'll push it back over. Far side, Milledgeville. Nice block on that far side by the Steamers. It's 2-1 Fulton. Side out Steamers. Jada Shaver to serve, the senior. Nice serve to the middle. Here's a set on the near side for the Missiles. They tap it over. Now the Steamers get it set far side, tapped over. Missiles can't get the return, and Fulton's out to a 3-1 lead. Side out remains for the Steamers. Again, Shaver to serve. Opening set here in this NUIC Southern Division matchup. And that one is in. So the point to the Missiles, 3-2. Side out Milledgeville. Kendra Kingsby to serve, 92% on the season with 4 aces. There's the serve. Steamers look to get the return. They do. Now a set up front and tapped down by Claire Ottens, the sophomore. And we're tied 3-3 after the Steamers opened up a 3-1 lead. Kingsby once again to serve for the Missiles. There's a set, and that's going to be a carry on the Steamers. Point Milledgeville, Missiles with their first lead at 4-3. Side out remains for Milledgeville. And that one is out. So we're tied 4-4 here in the opening set. Best 2 out of 3. Side out for the Steamers. Coming in to serve will be Zoe Kunau. Zoe, 84% on the season with 5 aces. There's the serve by the left-hander. Set far side, tapped over by the Missiles. Steamers set it far side. They get it back over. Now Milledgeville will push it over. Nice dig by Kunau. And Gurman will get it to go down. Kirby Gurman knocks it down. And the Steamers up now 5-4. Side out remains Fulton. Again, Kunau to serve. Nice serve. Just over the net. Now here's the set on the near side. Gurman hits it. It's in. Right in that far sideline for the Steamer point. 6-4 Fulton here in the opening set. Kunau again to serve with the Steamers up 2. And that one's too strong over the end line. The point goes to the Missiles. Side out Milledgeville. And it will be Lauren Miners to come in and serve for the Missiles. It's the serve. And the Steamers set it on the near side. Gurman tapped it over. Nice block on the far side for the Steamers. And it will be side out for Fulton with the Steamers up 7-5. Kirby Gurman to serve. Gurman on the season 84% with a couple aces. There's the serve to the middle. And the Missiles get it over. Steamers set it up front. Williams will get it to go down. As it's off the hands of the Missiles out of bounds. 8-5 Steamers, side out Fulton. Here in the opening set. Again, Gurman to serve. There's a set on the near side for the Missiles. They get it to go just over the net and drop in. Steamers can't get the return. Point Milledgeville. Side out now for the Missiles. 8-6 our score. Steamers. Brindley Hackbarth to serve, 94% on the season with a couple aces. Steamers bump it back over. Now the Missiles, nice block on that far side for the Steamers. As Fulton will get the point and the side out. 9-6 Steamers. Belle Curley to come in and serve. Belle on the season, 93% with a couple aces. There's the serve. And the Missiles can't get the return. Missiles can't get the return. Steamers get the point. Side out remains for Fulton. They lead it 10-6. Here's Curley's serve. Tap back over by the Missiles. Set Steamers near side. They tap it back. Now the Missiles look for the return. They get it over. Steamers set far side. That one's tapped over. Now the Missiles set it near side. And the Steamers can't get the return. The Missiles get the point. 10-7. Fulton side out Milledgeville. Kennedy Livengood to serve. 77% with a couple aces. To the back row. Here's a set on the far side. Knocked over by the Steamers. Missile set far side. Kingsby tapped it over. Now the Steamers look to get the return, and they can. It's into the net. For the Milledgeville point, it's 10-8 in favor of the Steamers. Side out remains for the Missiles. Again, Livengood to serve. Nice bump by the Steamers. Set up front. Haley Smither tried to get it to go down, but the Missiles will get it back over on the return. Now is set on the near side. Steamers get it over. Missiles keep it alive. They'll tap it back over. Now the Steamers look to get the return here, and they do, and it's going to drop in for the point off the missiles. So it's 11-8 Fulton, side out for the Steamers. And it will be Brianne Brennan coming in to serve. Brennan 91% on the season with 10 aces. Nice serve to the back. Missiles can't get it over. It's into the net for the Steamer point. And it's 12-8 Fulton. Again, side out for the Steamers, but we're going to get a timeout called for by the Milledgeville Missiles. So a timeout on the floor, 12-8, Steamers with the lead here in the opening set from Stan Borgman Court. Again, this will be the first of two regular season meetings between these two NUIC Southern Division foes. As the Missiles come in at 4-0 on the season, the Steamers come in at 1-2. Fulton won the freshman match 2-0, and they also won the sophomore match over Milledgeville as well, 2-0. So it's 12-8 in favor of the Steamers. Again, the Steamers to serve, Brennan to serve once again. Nice serve, bumped over by Milledgeville, and then the Steamers get it to go down for the kill. And it's 13-8 Fulton. 13-8 Fulton. Side out remains for the Steamers. Milledgeville set up front. Steamers look to keep it alive. They'll tap it over by Gurman, and that one's down for the point by Kirby Gurman, the freshman. Makes the score 14-8 Steamers. Here in the opening set, side out remains for Fulton. Brennan again to serve. Steamers get it over. Now is set far side for the Steamers. They tap it over. Milledgeville keeps it alive. Kingsby gets it over, and the Steamers can't get the return. It'll drop in for the point. Steamer run. It's 14-9 Fulton. Side out for Milledgeville. Natalie Pilgrim to serve. Set on the far side, Kingsby. And the Steamers are going to get it a bit too hard over the end line. Missiles get the point. 15-12. Steamers side out for the Missiles. Lexus Grenoble to serve. 93% on the season with 5 aces. Steamers set it up front, tapped over by Haley Smither. And the Missiles can't get the return. It's into the net for the Steamer point. 16-12 Fulton. Side out for the Steamers. Jada Shaver in to serve. The senior. Nice serve to the back row. Tapped over by Kingsby. Nice dig by Shaver. Here's Gurman, and her shot is just a bit strong over the end line. Missiles get the point. 16-13 Fulton. Here in the opening set, side out for the Missiles. Kendra Kingsby to serve. There's a junior serve. Gurman bumps it over. Set on the far side. Steamers keep it alive. Gurman near side, and it's going to drop in. It's off the Missiles, out of bounds for the Steamer point. 17-13 Steamers, side out Fulton. And coming in to serve will be Zoe Kunau with the Steamers up 17-13 here in the opening set. Here's Kunau's serve to the back. And the Missiles can't get the return. It's into the net. 18-13 Steamers. Kunau to serve once again. There's the left-handed serve. Nice one. Dug out of there by Kingsby. Steamers look to get the return. Gurman gets it over. Missiles keep it alive. Up front, tapped over. Now the Steamers look to set it near side to Gurman, and that one is over for the kill. Kirby Gurman gives the Steamers a 19-13 lead. And it's going to lead to a timeout by Milledgeville as the Steamers have a 19-13 lead here in the opening set from Stan Borgman Court. So the Steamers up 6, 19-13. And if you're just joining us, the Steamers playing without the services of Chloe Wilkin, as she is out with a fractured foot and will miss 4 to 6 weeks. So the Steamers looking to rally around and get the win. Bear with us, by the way, if you're tuning in to our telecast tonight. We're having some technical difficulties, but we're going to try to work through those and hopefully have some video for you here shortly. In the meantime, we'll at least have the audio version. And that serve by Zoe Kunau over the end line, too strong. Point for the Missiles, 19-14 Steamers, side out Milledgeville. Lauren Miners to serve for the Missiles. Steamers up here in the opening set, 19-14. Here's Miners' serve to the back. Kunau sets it far side, tapped over by the Steamers. Now here's a set on the near side. Steamers look to get the return. Set near side to Gurman, and it's down for the kill as Kirby Gurman on the set from Zoe Kunau knocks it down for the kill. It's 20-14 Steamers. Side out Fulton. And Kirby Gurman to serve. Here's Gurman's serve to the middle. Tapped over by the Missiles. Kunau sets it near side. That one's tapped over by the Steamers. Now the Missiles try to get it over. They do. They tap it over. Steamers push it over to keep it alive. Now the Missiles get it to go back over. Steamers set right up front, tapped over by Fulton. Missiles hustle, get the return, but it's out of bounds. Steamers get the point. 21-14 Fulton. Side out remains for the Steamers. And again, Kirby Gurman to serve. There's the serve. Nice one, and that's an ace for the freshman Kirby Gurman. 22-14 Steamers here in the opening set. So again, Gurman to serve with the Steamers up 8. There's the serve to the middle. Pushed over by the Missiles. Steamers near side, tap it over. Now the Missiles set it far side. Nice block by the Steamers on that far side. Another block on that far side. Here's Kunau setting it up front, tapped over, and the Steamers get the point. Kingsby cannot come up with a return, drops in for the Steamer point. It's 23-14 Fulton here in the opening set. Side out remains for the Steamers. Again, Gurman to serve. There's the serve. And the Missiles can't get the return. It's 24-14, an ace for Kirby Gurman. And it's match point right here for the Steamers. Kirby Gurman to serve. Nice serve to the middle row. Missiles tap it over. Steamers push it back over now. So Missiles set it up front, and somebody's in the net. It's like the Steamers were over the top of the net. So the Missiles get the point. Side out Milledgeville. Fulton leading 24-15. Hackbarth to serve. Again, match point here for the Steamers. German bumps it over. Now the Missiles get it over. Steamers tap it back, and the Missiles can't get the return, and that's a winner. So set one goes to the Steamers as they defeat Milledgeville 25-15. And we'll step aside for this extended timeout. When we come back, we'll get set for set number 2 here from Stan Borgman Court. Again, the Steamers take the opening set 25-15 back after this extended timeout.
It's a very simple phone call to make that could really change your future.
Walk in the morning to the time I go home at night, I'm helping people, and they're doing things that made me nervous the first time and even the second time, and that is buying or financing a home. It makes me happy to be able to help them be more comfortable in that process, and that's generally the case. By the time we get to closing, everybody's pretty comfortable with the situation and the financing options they have.
Robert Bertram back here at Stan Borgman Court. Just joining us, set 1 going to the Steamers. They defeat Milledgeville 25-15 as we're set for the second set in this NUIC Southern Division matchup. Milledgeville coming in at 4-0 on the season. The Steamers at 1-2. So the official making sure everyone's in place. And then we will get set 2 underway. Side out Milledgeville. Serving for the Missiles will be Lexus Grenoble. 93% on the season with 5 aces heading into tonight. Steamers set it up front, tapped over by Haley Smither. And now the Missiles get the return. Steamers set near side. Gurman taps it over. Now the Missiles set it. Kingsby will tap it over, and it drops in for the point. Over the head of Belle Curley. And dropping in for the Missile point. 1-0 Milledgeville here in the second set. Grenoble to serve once again. So 1-0 Milledgeville, side out for the Missiles. We're in the second set. And that one is out. So we're tied 1-1, side out Steamers. Coming in to serve will be Jada Shaver, the senior. Shaver 93% on the season with an ace heading into tonight. Missiles, bump it over on the return. Steamers set it up front, tapped over. Good save by the Missiles. They get it over. Now the Steamers look to get the return. Here's Gurman. Got it to go over. Now the Missiles, Kingsby, tapped it over. And that one's gonna be Milledgeville with the point. And it's 2-1 Missiles, side out for Milledgeville. Kendra Kingsby, the junior, to serve. With the Missiles up 2-1. Steamers set. That one is too strong over the end line by Iris Williams. 3-1 Missiles. Side out remains Milledgeville. Again, Kingsby to serve. To the middle. Set near side. Gurman tapped it over. Missiles get the return on the bump by Bigsby. By Kingsby, rather. Steamers look to get the return. They can't. It's into the net for the Milledgeville point. 4-1 Missiles here in the second set. So they've opened up a 3-point advantage. Again, Kingsby serving. To the back row. Set near side to Gurman. Missiles get the return. Steamers look to get the return. They do, and it drops in by Kirby Gurman. As it hit the right inside that far sideline for the point and put an end to the run by the Missiles. It's 4-2 Milledgeville. Side out Steamers. And Zoe Kunau in to serve. The Steamers down 2 here in the second set. There's a set up front, and the Steamers can't get the return. It's off Jada Shaver out of bounds into the bleachers. And the Missiles have the lead at 5-2, side out Milledgeville. Claire Ottens to serve for the Missiles. There's the serve. Kunau sets it near side. Steamers can't get the return. So it's 6-2 Milledgeville here in the second set. Side out remains for the Missiles. Again, Ottens to serve. Kunau sets it far side. That one's tapped over. Now the Missiles get it back over on the return. Steamers have to hustle for the return. They get it on the bump from Kunau. And nice block on that far side by Fulton. Missiles can't get the return. It's into the net for the Steamer point. 6-3 Milledgeville, side out Fulton. Kirby Gurman to serve with the Steamers down 3 here in the second set. Gurman serve, nice one. Set far side. Steamers look to get the return. They set it up front and they get it down. That left hand of Williams, and the Steamers within 2 at 6-4. Again, Kirby Gurman serving. Nice serve. There's a set on the far side. Nice block, but I think the Steamers were in the net. No, it was Milledgeville in the net. So the Steamers get the point, and the side out remains Fulton. 6-5. Steamers within 1. Gurman tries to tie it here. tapped over. Steamers look to set it. Now they get it over. Tapped back over by the Missiles. Gurman. Missiles keep it alive. Get the return. Steamers look to set it, and they can't get it over. So the Missiles get the point. 7-5, Milledgeville. Side out for the Missiles. Brindley Hackbarth to serve. 7-5 Missiles here in the second set. Steamers keep it alive. Do they get it over? They do. Good hustle. Milledgeville sets it up front, tapped over. And they're going to say it was in. So the Missiles get the point just in that far sideline. 8-5 Milledgeville. Side out remains for the Missiles. They're up 3 here in the second set. Williams taps it over. Now the Missiles get the return. Steamers keep it alive and get the return back. Missiles far side, and the Steamers can't get the return. Drops in for the point. It's 9-5 Milledgeville. Missiles by 4. Side out remains for Milledgeville. Here in the second set. Missiles tap it back over. Steamers push it over. And the Missiles just get it over the net. Steamers hustle around to get a return. And they keep it alive, and now they get the return. But they're going to call the Steamers with a violation. It's 10-5 Milledgeville. Side out Missiles. So the Missiles have opened up a 5-point advantage here in the second set. Tap back over by Fulton. Missiles set it up. They tap it over. Now the Steamers. Gurman, it's over the end line. Too strong. And it's 11-5. Milledgeville's opened up a 6-point lead. And the Steamers have to use a timeout. So set 2 right now. All Missiles. They're up 6. With a timeout on the court, we'll step aside, come back after this message.
Everybody's pretty comfortable with the situation and the financing options they have.
Robert Bertram back here, Stan Borgman Court, Fulton High School, NUIC, Southern Division Volleyball tonight. Conference opener for both schools. And that's served by the Missiles following the Steamer timeout over the end line. Fulton gets the point and will put an end to the run by Milledgeville here in the second set. Steamers won the opening set 25-15. They trail here in the second set 11-6. Bell Curley to serve. Nice one to the middle. Here's the set, tapped over by the Missiles. Steamers keep it alive. Gurman can't get the shot to go down. It's blocked up front for the Milledgeville point. 12-6 Missiles. Side out Milledgeville. Serving will be Kennedy Livengood. And that one's out of bounds over the sideline. Steamers get the point, 12-7. Side out Fulton. And it will be Brianne Brennan to serve, the junior. Nice serve. And they can't get the return. It's off the hands of Kendra Kingsby into the bleachers on the far side. 12-8. Side out remains for the Steamers. Fulton within 4. Trying to get a rally going. Get back into this game. Tapped over by the Missiles. Steamers look to get the return. They do. Now the Missiles. Kingsby far side. Steamers keep it alive. They tap it over. Now the Missiles set it. Kingsby taps it over again. Steamers set it up. Tap back over by Milledgeville. Now Fulton gets it over. Good volley here. Missiles try to get it over. They play it out of the net. Nice block again on the far side by the Steamers. Pushed over by the Missiles. Steamers look to get the return here. Gurman bumps it over. Now here's the set. Kingsby far side knocks it down. Steamers keep it alive. Set up front, tapped over. Now the Missiles push it over. It's over the end line for the Fulton point. Good rally there, back and forth. Dust settles. The Steamers get another point. 12-9. Fulton within 3. Here in the second set. Again, Brennan to serve. Here's a set on the near side, tapped over by the Missiles. Steamers get it up front, pushed over. Now the Missiles set it, far side. Steamers get it back over. Now the Missiles knock it down for the kill. That was Macy Shriver, the junior, with the kill. 13-9 Missiles put an end to the Steamer run. Side out Milledgeville. Natalie Pilgrim to serve. There's the serve. Steamers look to get it over. On the return, they do. They play it out of the net, and it's into the net on the return attempt by Milledgeville. 13-10 Missiles, side out Fulton. Avery Bush, the sophomore, to serve. The Steamers down 3 here in the second set. Best 2 out of 3. Fulton won the first set. Steamers keep it alive. They'll push it over. Now there's a set on the far side, and Kingsby's shot is too strong over the end line. Steamers with a point. They're within 2. Side out Fulton. Again, Avery Bush to serve. There's the serve. Nice one, but it's over the end line, too strong. That was 14-11. Point to the Missiles. Side out Milledgeville. Here in the second set, Lexus Grenoble to serve. 14-11 Milledgeville. Missiles coming in at 4-0 on the season. The Steamers at 1-2. There's a serve to the back row. Steamers set it up front, and that one's over the near sideline, out of bounds. And the point for the Missiles. Side out remains for Milledgeville, 15-11. Missiles with the lead here in the second set. Again, Grenoble to serve. Steamers set on the near side to Gurman, and that one's going to drop in for the point. Courtesy of Kirby Gurman. 15-12. Steamers down 3. Side out Fulton. Jada Shaver to serve. There's the serve. Nice one. Missiles get the return and the bump. Steamers set it up to Gurman. And that's going to be tipped for the Steamer point. As it's off the Missiles, out of bounds. 15-13. Milledgeville. Side out remains for the Steamers. 15-13. Fulton down 2 here in the second set as they try to rally. Bumped over by the Missiles. Steamers set it up front. And that's returned by the Missiles. And that one's over the end line for the Missiles point. 16-13 Milledgeville. Side out remains for the Missiles. Kendra Kingsby to serve. Nice serve. Steamers look to get the return. Gurman taps it over. There's a set in the middle. Nice block by the Steamers. Missiles keep it alive. Nice block again by the Steamers. Williams and Gurman on the near side. 16-14, Steamers get the point. Side out Fulton. It'll be Zoe Kunow in to serve with the Steamers within 2. Oh, Zoe Kunow to serve. The Steamers down 2, and it's a net serve point for the Missiles. 17-14, Milledgeville side out with the Missiles up 3. These are 2 of the 3 teams favored to battle it out for the division crown, and that serve out of bounds over the sideline. Steamers get the point. Side out Fulton, 17-15, Milledgeville. Kirby Gurman to serve with her team down 2 here in the second set. Nice serve. Set far side, and that one is in for the kill by Kennedy Livengood. It's 18-15 Missiles, side out Milledgeville. It'll be Brindley Hackbarth to serve with the Missiles up 3 here in the second set. Steamers look to get the return, they do. Set far side, tapped over by the Missiles. Steamers set it near side, Smither gets it over. Now is set on the near side for the Missiles. Nice block up front by the Steamers. Missiles tap it over, the Steamers can't get the return. Well, they do, they keep it alive. And now it's tapped over, but it's off the Steamers out of bounds. So the Missiles get the point. Side out remains for Milledgeville, 19-15. Missiles. In Hackbarth to serve. Steamers get it over, and that's going to be a push, I believe, on Fulton. It is a lift. Point Missiles, 20-15 Milledgeville. Side out remains for the Missiles, with the Missiles up 5. Here in the second set. And that one by the Steamers into the net. 21-15 Milledgeville here in the second set. So Missiles look to force a third and decisive set. They lead it by 6. Side out remains for Milledgeville. There's the serve. Steamers get it over. Nice save by the Steamers on the dig. Now they tap it back over. Milledgeville gets it back. Steamers keep it alive. Tapped over. Now Milledgeville sets it near side. They get the return. Steamers set it. Gurman taps it over. Missiles keep it alive. Far side, and that one's out. Over the sideline. Steamers get the point. Ends the Missile run. Now let's see if the Steamers can put together a string of points here. Down 5 in the second set. Belle Curley on to serve. With Fulton down 21-16 here in the second set. There's the set far side. Missiles tap it over. Steamers keep it alive, and they can't get the return. 22-16 Milledgeville. Side out for the Missiles. Stacy Gurman wants timeout. Timeout on the court. 22-16 Milledgeville here in the second set. Missiles will serve when we come back after this timeout. All right, welcome back to Stan Borgman Court here at Fulton High School following the Steamer timeout. 22-16 Milledgeville. Side out remains for the Missiles, leading by 6 here in the second set. Steamers took the first set 25-15. But trail it here in the second set, and that's a kill by Avery Bush. A much-needed one at that. 22-17 in favor of the Missiles. Side out for the Steamers. Brianne Brennan in to serve. There's the serve. And the Missiles can't get the return. That's an ace for Brianne Brennan, the junior. 22-18. Steamers within 4. Here's Brennan's serve to the back. Set for the Missiles up front. Nice block by the Steamers. And Fulton gets the point. 22-19, Steamers within 3. So they try to rally here in the second set. Set Kingsby far side, and the Steamers can't get the return. Drops in for the point. Milledgeville leads 23-19. Side out for the Missiles. Natalie Pilgrim, the junior, to serve. To the back. Steamers have to hustle to get the return. They do. Now the Missiles set it far side. Steamers keep it alive. Set. Bush tapped it over. Now the Missiles set it up front. Tapped over. Steamers keep it alive. Near side. Tapped over. Far side. Kingsby tapped it over. Steamers can't get the return. Milledgeville leading 24-19. Side out Missiles. Match point. Missiles lead 24-19 here in the second set. Side out Milledgeville, serve. Set Steamers far side. That one's over the end line, and the Missiles are going to take the second set. 25-19 as we'll head to a decisive third set here in this NUIC Southern Division opener tonight. 25-19, Milledgeville takes the second set over Fulton. We'll step aside for this timeout.
We've got a saying around here that says we're just regular people helping regular people. And I think it's more than a saying. I think when you walk through the door, you realize that.
We believe in being good stewards of what has been entrusted to us, and that includes people trusting us to manage their money that they work their whole life to achieve, and that's their nest that they're going to retire on.
You're going to feel like you're part of a family. We're going to talk to you like a normal person. We're going to explain things, educate you, and just really welcome you in with open arms. It's a very simple phone call to make that could really change your future.
All right, welcome back to Stan Borgman Court here at Fulton High School. NUIC Southern Division opener between these two teams that are expected to battle for the top spot in the Southern Division race this year. As the Milledgeville Missiles in the second set come back to defeat the Steamers 25-19 and force a third and decisive set. Fulton won the opening set over Milledgeville, 25-15, but the Missiles come back in the second set and win 25-19. And again, if you're just joining us, the Steamers playing without the services of Chloe Wilkin, the 6-foot sophomore middle hitter, as she has a fractured foot and will be out for several weeks. So the Steamers playing without her services here tonight. And let's see if the Steamers can dig deep here and pull it out in the third and decisive set of the evening. Official makes sure everyone's in their proper positions, and then we'll get the third and decisive set underway. Again, these two teams will play one more time in the regular season. This second time around, it'll be at Milledgeville. Good crowd on hand, of course, from Fulton. Also a good following for Milledgeville tonight. And the Missiles get to serve to start the third set. Lexis Grenoble to serve. And we're underway. Here's Gurman, gets it over. Now the Missiles set it far side, and the Steamers in the net. Milledgeville gets the point. It's 1-0 Missiles. Here in the third set, side out remains Milledgeville. Again, Grenoble to serve. Steamers sent it up front, tapped over. Missiles tap it back over. Steamers get it back over. Missiles can't get it. It's down for the point. And we're tied 1-1, side out Fulton. Third and decisive set. Again, the Missiles come in undefeated at 4-0 on the season. Steamers at 1-2. Here's a set up front. Nice block by Iris Williams. Steamers get the point. 2-1 Fulton. Jada Shaver to serve. There's the serve, and that one's in. Missiles backed away. They thought it was going to go over the end line. It did not. It dropped in for the Steamer ace for Jada Shaver. Big one at that. 3-1 Steamers. Again, Shaver to serve. Nice serve to the middle. And the Missiles get the return. Steamers try to get it back. They do. Gurman on the bump. Good hustle. Kingsby, and that one's over the end line. Steamers get the point, leading 4-1. Side out remains Fulton. Again, Jada Shaver to serve. 4-1 Steamers. There's the serve. Nice one. Tapped over by the Missiles. Gurman. Steamers played out of the net. Tapped over by the Steamers. Tapped back by Milledgeville. Now the Missiles, a nice block up front. Steamers bump it over. Missiles knock it down. Steamers cannot get the return. It's in for the Milledgeville point. 4-2 Steamers, side out Milledgeville. Kendra Kingsby, the junior, to serve. The Steamers up 4-2 here in the third and decisive set. Steamers get it over. Missiles tap it over, and it drops in for the point. 4-3, Milledgeville within one. Side out remains for the Missiles. Again, Kendra Kingsby to serve. So we got Something going on. The Steamers want a rotation here. 4-3 Steamers. Side out remains Missiles. Kendra Kingsby to serve. To the back row. Steamers set near side. And that one's knocked out of bounds. Off the hands of Milledgeville. Steamers get the point, leading 5-3. Here in the third set, side out Fulton. And it'll be Zoe Kunow coming in to serve. Steamers up 2 here in the third and decisive set. Nice serve. And the Steamers keep it alive, look to get the return, and they do. Now the Missiles set it up far side. A nice block by the Steamers. Can't get it over. It's into the net for the Missile point. And it's 5-4, side out Milledgeville. Fulton leading by 1 here in the third set, 5-4. Lauren Miners to serve for the Missiles. To the back row. Set on the near side. And that one's going to go in for Kirby Gurman. 6-4 Steamers. Side out Fulton. Kirby Gurman to serve. With the Steamers up just 2 here in the third set. Nice serve by Gurman. Tapped over by Milledgeville. Williams. Missiles keep it alive, and that one's over the end line for the Steamer point. 7-4 Fulton. Side out remains Steamers. Gurman to serve. There's the serve. Now the Missiles get it over, but it's over the far sideline, out of bounds for the Steamer point. 8-4 Fulton. And that's going to lead to a Milledgeville timeout. 8-4 Steamers here in the third and decisive set. Timeout Milledgeville. We'll come back to Stan Borgman Court after this timeout. Robert Bertram back here, Stan Borgman Court, following the Milledgeville timeout. Steamers lead 8-4. Here in the third and decisive set. Tapped over by the Missiles. Steamers look to get the return. Far side, they bump it over. Now is set near side with the Missiles as they get it back on the return. Steamers up front get it over. Now the Missiles far side, and that one's down for the kill. 8-5 Fulton, side out Milledgeville. We're in the third set of this NUIC Southern Division battle here this evening. Fulton won the first set 25-15. Milledgeville the second set 25-19. Steamers look to get the return, they do. And that one tapped over. Steamers get the return. Missiles set it up near side, tapped over. Steamers keep it alive. And that one returned by the Missiles. Good volley going here, and the Steamers will put an end to it, courtesy of Avery Bush for the kill. 9-5 Fulton, side out Steamers. Belle Curley to come on and serve, with the Steamers leading 9-5. Steamers need to string together some points here. Get a little distance between them and the Missiles. That one tapped over by the Steamers. Missiles get it over. Steamers look to keep it alive. Tapped it back over. Missiles set, far side, tapped over by Milledgeville. Good dig by Kunow. Gurman Missiles can't come up with it. Drops in with a kill. It's 10-5 Steamers. Side out remains for Fulton. Bell Curley to serve once again. There's the serve. Nice one. Set on the far side for the Missiles. Curley on the dig. Keep it alive. Good hustle. Zoe Kunow to keep it alive. Steamers get the return. That one's tapped over by the Missiles. Steamers keep it alive. Near side, Avery Bush. It's down for the kill. Back-to-back kills by Avery Bush. And the Steamers have opened up a 6-point lead at 11-5 here in the third set. Again, Bell Curley to serve. There's the serve. And the Missiles get it over. Bush knocks it over for the Steamers. Set on the far side for the Missiles. They tap it over. Steamers keep it alive. Set on the far side, and this one's going to go over for the Steamer point. It's 12-5 Fulton here in the third and decisive set. Again, Bell Curley to serve. There's the serve. Set up front for the Missiles, and they get it to go down. 12-6 Fulton, side out Milledgeville. So the Missiles. Kennedy Livengood to serve. There's the serve to the back row. Set near side. Steamers can't get the return. Point Milledgeville. It's 12-7. Fulton by 5 here in the third set. Side out remains for Milledgeville. Again, Livengood to serve. And that one's over the end line. Steamers get the point, 13-7. Side out Fulton. It'll be Breanne Brennan coming in to serve. With the Steamers leading 13-7. There's the serve by Brennan, hits the net, dug out of there by Milledgeville to keep it alive. Now the Steamers, good block up front by Haley Smither. And we're going to give the point to the Steamers. Violation for the Missiles. It's 14-7 Steamers. And we're going to get a timeout called for by Milledgeville. 14-7 Fulton. Timeout on the court here in the third and decisive set. We'll come back after this timeout. All right, welcome back to Stan Borgman Court, NUIC Southern Division Volleyball tonight. Fulton and Milledgeville, and this one is too strong over the end line by Breanne Brennan. Missiles get the point and the side out. 14-8 Fulton. Missiles to serve, Natalie Pilgrim. There's the serve to the back. Set up front for the Steamers. Smither knocks it over. Tapped over by the Missiles. Now the Steamers look to get the return, and Gurman hits it too strong over the end line. So it's 14-9. Missiles trailing the Steamers here in the third and decisive set. Here's the serve to the back. Steamers look to get the return here. And it's down by Avery Bush. 15-9 Fulton, side out Steamers. And Avery Bush to serve. With the Steamers up 6 here in the third and decisive set. Set for the Missiles up front. Steamers cannot get the return. Good hustle. But it drops for the point. Makes it 15-9 Steamers, side out Milledgeville. 15-10. Steamers. Milledgeville to serve. Lexus Grenoble. There's the serve. Steamers get the dig, set, tapped it over. Now a set far side. Kingsby gets it over for the Missiles. Set far side with the Steamers tapped over by Rathburn. Now the Missiles get it over, but it's over the sideline. Out of bounds. Steamers get the point. It's 16-10 Fulton. Side out Steamers. Jada Shaver comes in to serve. Fulton up 16-10 here in the third set. Shaver serve to the back row. Here's Kingsby, and that one's over the sideline out of bounds. Steamers up now 17-10. Side out remains for Fulton. So the side out remains 17-10 Steamers. Nice serve. There's a set near side, tapped over by the Missiles. Steamers, Gurman over the end line, too strong. 17-11. Side out, Milledgeville. Kendra Kingsby to serve. Kingsby served to the back row. Steamers set, Gurman pushes it over. There's a set, far side, Missiles tap it over. Steamers look to get the return here. Gurman. Steamers keep it alive. Tapped over. Missiles. Far side, get it back over the net. Steamers. Gurman. And the Missiles can't get the return. Steamers get the point. It's 18-11 Fulton. Here in the third set, side out for the Steamers. It'll be Zoe Kunow in to serve. With the Steamers leading 18-11 here in the third set. Winner take all. Nice serve to the back. Here's a set up front. Missiles get it to go down. It's 18-12. Fulton. Side out for the Missiles. It'll be Lauren Miners to serve for Milledgeville. Miners serve to the back. Steamers try to keep it alive. They can't do so. And the Missiles get the point. 18-13. Fulton. Side out remains for Milledgeville. Again, Miners to serve. To the back. Steamers set it up. Gurman tapped it over. Now the Missiles get it over. Steamers can't get the return. Falls in for the Milledgeville point. It's 18-14. In favor of Fulton. But the Missiles making a run here. Again, Miners to serve. Steamers near side. Gurman tapped it over. Far side, Missiles bump it back over. Now the Steamers set it up, and that's down for the kill, Iris Williams. It's 19-14, a big kill for the Steamers. Side out Fulton. Kirby Gurman to serve. 19-14 Fulton. And the Missiles can't get the return. It's an ace for the freshman Kirby Gurman. 20-14 Steamers. Side out remains Fulton. Again, Gurman to serve. Nice serve. And Milledgeville can't get the return. Another ace for Kirby Gurman. 21-14 Steamers. Here in the third set. Again, Gurman to serve. This one into the net. Missiles get the point. 21-15 Fulton. Side out Milledgeville. Brindley Hackbarth to serve. 21-15 Steamers here in the third set. Just think these two teams have to face each other one more time in the regular season. That one's in for the Steamer point. 22-15 Fulton. Side out Steamers. Bell Curley in to serve with Fulton up 7 here in the third and decisive set. There's a serve. Missiles can't get the return. It's into the net. 23-15 Steamers. Again, side out Fulton. Bell Curley serves once again. There's the serve. Nice one. Pushed over by the Missiles. Steamers keep it alive. Set it near side. Down for the kill, Avery Bush. It's 24-15 Steamers match point. 24-15 Steamers. Match point here, Bell Curley to serve. Here's the Missiles, far side. It's over the sideline, and that's a winner. The Steamers in 3 sets win. Here on Stan Borgman Court, they win their Southern Division opener in the NUIC. 2-1 over the Milledgeville Missiles tonight. The Steamers victorious, winning 25-15, 19-25, and 25-15. So an impressive win here for the Steamers over a very fine Milledgeville Missile team, as the Steamers get the win 2-1 over Milledgeville tonight. And again, this is the first of 2 regular season meetings between these two teams, and both these teams favored to battle it out for the Southern Division crown along with Eastland. So again, the Steamers get the victory tonight, 25-15 in the third and decisive set. We'll step aside for a quick timeout, and we'll come back to talk volleyball after this timeout.
To us, and that includes people trusting us to manage their money that they work their whole life to achieve, and that's their nest that they're going to retire on.
You're going to feel like you're part of a family. We're going to talk to you like a normal person. We're going to explain things, educate you, and just really welcome you in with open arms. It's a very simple phone call to make that could really change your future.
All right, Robert Bertram back here at Stan Boardman Court, where the Fulton Steamers victorious tonight over the visiting Milledgeville Missiles, 2-1. It had to go 3 sets, but when the dust settled, the Steamers come out on top in that final set, 25-15. And one of those players who played her heart out here tonight, joining us is senior Bell Curley. Congratulations. What a game here tonight.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was really fun to play, yeah.
One of those games heading in, you knew what Milledgeville was last year. They were a tough opponent, even tougher this year, and you had to feel good jumping out on them early and taking the first set.
Yeah, well, knowing they were one of our conference losses last year, we really wanted to win this, and we came out and played our hearts out tonight.
And, of course, you're playing tonight, as I mentioned to the fans, the fact you were playing without Chloe Wilkin tonight. But I tell you what, some other girls stepped up when you needed to rally.
Yeah, I mean, Iris Williams played her heart out. She really stepped up and played really great for us, and we really covered the spot well with playing defense and everything, too.
So you feel that as one of the seniors on the team to show that and provide that leadership, especially in a crucial match, going to that third match tonight, you guys, I'm sure, had to rally around each other and lift the others up, showing that leadership.
Yeah, we had some dips there, especially the second set, and we just really had to step up and show that we could do it, and we knew we could if we picked each other up.
All right, and that shows the character of this team. You fell down in that second set, rallied but fell short, forcing the third set. And how'd you feel heading into that third set? Do you feel you had a chance to take this thing away?
Well, having that first set, winning that like we did, we knew we could do it. We knew going into the second set they would come out harder, and we just didn't play our hardest that set. But we felt really confident going into the third set that we could pull it out.
All right, you guys did a good job tonight. Doesn't get any easier now. You got to hit the road Thursday playing at Eastland, a team you shared the division title with last year. And I know they're going to be gunning for you guys. And, of course, you want to go up there and make a good impression. But this victory here over a very good Milledgeville team has to give you that confidence heading into Thursday.
Yeah, with having this win under our belt, I really feel confident about Thursday, and our blocking was amazing tonight, and if we play that way Thursday, I feel really confident about that win too.
All right, congratulations on the win, and best of luck to you on Thursday.
Thank you.
All right, that's Belle Curley of the Fulton Steamers as they get the victory here tonight over Milledgeville, but they had to work for it as it went to a third and decisive set. And it was the Steamers prevailing in that third set, 25-15, to get the victory over Milledgeville. And joining us now is head coach Stacy Gurman. Congratulations, Coach. What a victory here tonight over a very good Milledgeville team in the first of two regular season meetings. And if this is any indication, boy, that second one's going to be a humdinger at their place.
Yeah. We had a little bit of ups and downs. You know, I think we came out pretty strong, and I just said I knew that they had some good hitters, and I think in the first game we really utilized our offense to the top. You know, if we could keep them out of system, not allow them to get that ball up to their setter, so you know they couldn't get it to their hitters, and we utilized that really well in game one. In game two, we tipped too many balls, and you know that's a free ball. You know, so then they're able to set it up and get it to their hitters, and you know, had a little talk about that, and then game three we said we got to hit, we have to hit, you know, and keep them out of system, and so we did a little bit better job of that in game three.
You definitely did. You jumped out on them early in that third indecisive match, and you ended up winning that one 25-15. But tell you what, you had some good net play, especially knowing you were playing without Chloe up front. Had some girls that really stepped up and big when you really needed it.
Yeah, we've been blessed with height, and you know, we had Iris at first who was playing. You know, she was our other middle hitter at first, and you know, we kind of made some switches, and you know, now Chloe's out for a while, and Iris, we are blessed. We're blessed that we have her. She's a great blocker. Jess is a good blocker. Jordan's a good blocker. Haley's a good blocker. We have four really good blockers right out there on the right side and the middle, and that was very beneficial tonight. You know, it's huge. That's probably one of our biggest strengths, you know, and we just got to keep on working with our middles. You know, we got to get them to hit, and they've got it in them. They can be good hitters. We got to get that going.
They showed it at times. They were really clicking as a team. You could just see that all around. Everybody was giving it their all, and they were really starting to come around and click. And yeah, the second set didn't quite go your way, but then to come back, it showed the character of your team. And I know we talked during the sophomore match, the fact that knowing with one of your better players out, you sometimes don't know how the team's going to respond. And I think you had that answered tonight.
Yeah, we did. You know, Chloe, she heard it in the first game, and we just thought it was a sprain, and she's been wrapping it and playing on it, and then she landed on a ball Friday, and so they had to go get it checked out, and it's fractured in two spots, and so, you know, that's a big change. It's a big change for us. You know, we had Chloe last year, we've had Chloe this summer, and Chloe's a big blocking piece for us, a big hitting piece for us, and just a big confidence piece for us, and so yesterday's practice really didn't go very well. Like, every drill that we did, it was slow to the start, and you know, you're trying to read your team as a coach, you know, trying to see, you know, what are they thinking, you know, and you got to build that confidence that, girls, we can still do this, you know, we can still do this. We've been blessed with what we have in the front row, and you know, and Iris stepped in and did a very good job tonight, and she proved that, and so we've got to keep moving forward, and I was proud of them, and I think they do believe, so that's half the battle right there.
Yeah, definitely is, and it's a life lesson well learned that when you face adversity, you could go either way, and obviously they went the right direction with that adversity.
Yeah, exactly. And just knowing that, our defense knows they got to step it up a little bit, and and I think too, watching Iris come in, and she had some amazing blocks.
Yeah,
she
did.
She did a very good job for us. Yeah.
All right, well, it doesn't get any easier. Now you're on the road Thursday, back into a Southern Division play again against Eastland.
Yeah, and my guess, opinion, my radar on this is, Milledgeville, Eastland, and us. I think
Right.
I think we're pretty good to be in the top of this conference, this year, and so Eastland will be our next battle. Yep, right away.
Yeah, and just, one game at a time, but this has to give you confidence and give the girls confidence heading into that big showdown at Eastland.
Yeah, it does, and I think the knowledge that we're gaining, there's times where we still have some young setters, and you got to think about what you have at hand and what your point spread is and where do I need to go with this ball, and sometimes when your passing is off, how and who can I get it to, and I think that like Avery and Kirby do a great job,
Right.
that's our scapegoats, we
Yeah.
know we can get it to them, and I think that they really hold a lot of clout with this team.